over my face, and I've dyed it, of course. It's a black vest day. You know me, guys. The man with the vest. The man with the vest. Some people take the mick out of my poor vest. Anyway, dogs are with me. So because I have had a problem getting on lately. Let me just get past these people. One sec.
Thank you. Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that. So basically, I have had a problem getting on recently. Even now, I've only really got 45 minutes. And then suddenly my life is taken over by the kids. So my decision at the moment is to do one live on defending Elvis in the morning, and then do another live on a dog walk on Elvis Presley and on keto, which is what we're doing now, and then a short live on Elvis Presley long lost footage. That's all I can do at the moment, just because everything's gone a bit crazy. So my time is spread out. I'm doing my best. Hi, Deborah. So I have sort of accidentally decided that I'm going to start looking at these books, reading small bits of these books. I made this decision a few days ago when I bought the Biss and Bo book. Olivia Biss, who was a partner in Priscilla's clothing boutique way back in the 70s. I also bought Mike Stone's book. Hi, Jimmy. I also bought Mike Stone's recent book. I'm going to start re-looking at the book Elvis and Me. I'm going to start re-looking at Priscilla Elvis and Me, Michael Edwards' book. Eventually, I will also be breaking down Priscilla's book. I've already had lots of comments. Oh, you can't buy that book. You know, you're not a true fan if you buy that book. Well, you're so wrong, because I run a Defending Elvis YouTube channel. I defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and Riley, Finley and Harper and Gladys and Vernon and Benjamin every day, a couple of times a day at least. I think I've clearly proved that I'm a defender of Elvis. Now remember, exactly, Deborah, we get these books so that we can expose the bits that are unfair to Elvis, unfair to Lisa Marie. Elvis Man Friday is a great book. Now remember, I can't read the whole book. I'm not allowed to. I'm only allowed to pick out little bits and critique them. So you're not going to see me sat there reading a book to you. It's not going to happen. I'm not allowed to. What you will see is me reading one paragraph, and then we discuss it as Team Elvis and we're looking for things that are being said that are unfair, so we can disagree. Now we do it as fans, not as experts. I'm no expert. I get my facts wrong. I will never proclaim myself to be an Elvis expert. I am not. I'm just a fan with Team Elvis, and we discuss wrongdoing to Elvis and Lisa Marie and the whole bloodline. So I'm struggling a little bit because some people that are and were close to Elvis have also said things they shouldn't have said. So I am struggling a bit because obviously people that I support are saying things that I don't agree with. So we've got a bit of a problem there, guys. How we're going to deal with it, because I want to try and deal with it as respectfully as possible. So I have started watching a lot more interviews of family members Yeah? Now remember, I support the bloodline of Elvis. Now what I'm trying to say to you guys is, we have to discuss things that have been said about Elvis that we think are not fair. If you don't have it to send it use, I've lent it to someone to read when they've... sorry, no, you don't have to send me your book, Jimmy, it's your book. Don't forget, they don't cost much. Aren't they like £10 or something? But that's such a nice thing for you to do. That's so kind of you, yeah? Of course, anyone that sends me a book, thank you. Thank you, I do appreciate it, yeah? My kids will probably be reading it. They'll probably be using it to colour it, for colouring in. Anyway, so just going on this morning, I was watching some EFM videos, Elvis Fans Matters. You guys know I support the Smiths, Memphis Mafia Kid, I support them as well. Of course I do, they're Elvis's bloodline. They grew up with Elvis. Now, one little comment came up when Billy and Joe were asked if Priscilla was pregnant. Now, I've had the discussion so many times, and it's very clear that people are 50-50. Some people think she was, some people think she wasn't. I've had a discussion where maybe she was and she didn't know it. Hi Amy, Auntie Amy is on. So there's a discussion I had, maybe she was pregnant and she didn't know it. There's a discussion I had that maybe she did know it and it was all planned. Yeah, so I always come back to one thing really. We just don't know, do we? We just don't know, we weren't there. I always come back to that. So Amy, how are you? I'm just discussing things with Team Elvis, and I'm just trying to say, how do we talk about sensitive topics that concern defending Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline without upsetting people? I'm trying to get a balancing act, because I personally think we should be talking about the things that people don't want to talk about in case they upset someone. Because I think we should be aiming at the truth, not just aiming at pleasing people. So I'm trying to play a balancing act where I want to discuss things that are sensitive. Now the book has come up, Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. So I was watching EFM this morning. I recommend their show. I think they're great. They're obviously family members. Billy and Joe grew up with Elvis, yeah? So, how can we say it? Now, Billy did say something in the interview. He was asked, does he stand by everything that was written in Alana Nash's book? And I'm guessing it's the book, the Memphis Mafia one. Now, I've read through that book I've read quite a few things in that book. And there are some things in that book I don't like. We need to look at it through Elvis's eyes, not any alliances to anyone who knew him, which I agree with. Now somehow, if there are things, can I ask you guys, Team Elvis, obviously a lot of you will watch this later, and it's okay to hold people accountable for their words. I agree. So what I'm, how can I say it? So, like, there are many things in that book I don't like. Now, I'm just a fan. Yeah, I run a YouTube channel, and obviously you all know my backstory, that I feel I have to defend Elvis and Lisa because of how Elvis helped me when I was a small child, changed my life, saved my life in many ways, created who I am, yeah? It's a long story, guys. I owe Elvis. So I get emotional when I think about it, but I owe Elvis. That's the least I can do for him, is call people out when they're saying things that make him look bad. I personally think even if some of the things are true that Elvis may have done that aren't great, I personally think they shouldn't be getting spoken about. Some things should be kept private. So I personally think some things that are being said that concern Elvis shouldn't be getting said by people, friends, family, people that he worked with, just acquaintances, you know, people in the bands. And if they're saying things that make Elvis look bad, I'd rather they didn't, because it doesn't show any loyalty. I don't think it shows loyalty when you discuss Elvis and bring up some embarrassing things that are, whether they're true or not, I just don't like it. There's a part of me that says, why are you saying it? Shouldn't be saying it. It's not fair to him, because he can't ask you to not talk about him in that way. He can't get up and say that never happened, that isn't true. He can't defend himself. So I'm walking a thin line. My thin line is, I want to defend all the things that have been said that are unfair to Elvis, no matter who says them. So what I'm going to do, this is my decision, and I think it's going to annoy a few people, but I have to be true to myself. I am going to go through that book. That's why everyone in Elvis world hates me, my loyalty to Elvis. We don't hate you, Amy, we love you. Auntie Amy, come on. You're very popular on here as well. But I know, I get your point. So my decision with this, I am going to start going through lots of books. I've ordered a few. I've ordered the Biss and Bo book. I've ordered Mike Stone's book. I'm going to order Priscilla's book because I have to, because that's how I'm going to defend. So I am going to carry on discussing Alana Nash's book, Elvis and the Memphis Mafia, and I am going to discuss things that Marty Lacker has said, that Billy Smith has said, and anyone else in that book. Why shouldn't we know things like, why should we know things like Elvis didn't bath? I get it, upset the truth, but stand your ground. Remember, but Deborah, me standing my ground means I'm going to be unpopular with certain people. I'm not trying to be popular. I'm trying to make our channel, how can I say it? We need to be credible as well as we can. Do you get what I'm saying? So I am going to go through that book, and anything that is said in that book that I don't think is fair, I'm going to talk about it. And that book, there are many things said that should not have been said. Martha says, I know there are this stuff makes me angry. So that is going to be part 2. That will be part 2 of defending Elvis's life tomorrow. I don't think I've got the time to do it today, but I'll try. So true, Elvis never got to tell his side, and I suspect a few of them would be scared if he could. Yeah, you're right. Now, people will say, oh, come on, Louis, you're just a fan at home in your kitchen. What do you know? You never met them. You didn't know them. You know, what would you know? But do you know what? I know Elvis's heart. I know Elvis's heart. And I don't think he, for a second, would want any of these people speaking about him in the way they do, exposing his private stuff in the way they do, true or not true. So I'm a little bit miffed that Elvis is being discussed in a way that is unfair to him, even though these people knew him. So guys, we got a difficult road ahead of us. It's coming our way. So dogs are happy, innit? Look at the dogs. Whee! So yeah, I'm also going to be picking through the book Elvis and Me. I'm also going to be picking through Priscilla, Elvis and Me. We know what loyalty is, and it's what they have done isn't okay. Betrayal is universal. Yep. And how can we, Amy, I say this, how can we be called defending Elvis if we're picking and choosing the guilty people? It's quite a big title to take on, isn't it? Defending Elvis. It's a big thing. So, how to do it? How do we do it if we're leaving certain bits out? Doesn't sit right with me. I'll do it in a respectful, friendly way. So yes, I'm going to start going. So you guys know I've got about 30 books, and I've been very shy to even look at them because of when I received a YouTube strike when I read Sally Hoddle's book, Destined to Die Young. By the way, I can't stand that title, Destined to Die Young. Yeah, that's a good point, Amy. We do spend a lot of our time exposing Priscilla, but it isn't just Priscilla. That is the problem. I would say Priscilla's the main culprit, but she isn't the only one. So I'm going to start going through these other books. I've got about 30 books. Anyone that sends me a book, thank you, because they're all very useful. And we're going to start we're not reading the books because I'm not allowed to read them, but what we can do is read out a paragraph and we can defend Elvis. So you're going to see a lot more of this over the next few weeks on defending Elvis, guys. I purposely have come on here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto because I know that there's less people here, because this to me is almost like an announcement. Dr. Nick would be 300 part. This is almost like an announcement that we are taking on a new role of defending. It's going to be a bit more intense, and I just felt I wanted to say it here. I want to ease it in. Elvis never got to tell his side of the story. It's not fair to Elvis. I agree. I would love for us to discuss Dr. Nick. Well, do you know what? I've done quite a lot of research on Dr. Nick, guys, and he definitely did make mistakes. He definitely was out of his depth. He definitely did things he should not have done. But there's a whole story to Dr. Nick that will surprise some of you. Yeah, didn't have a license. So when we discuss Dr. Nick, we have to discuss all of it. We have to discuss the bad stuff and the good stuff. Because I personally think Dr. Nick was given an impossible task. Right, 1 second, guys. Whoa! Okay, let's get this. Sorry, guys, picking up poo, you know how it is. I also think Dr. Nick had an impossible task. So I do believe Dr. Nick loved Elvis, and I do believe Dr. Nick bent over backwards to try and help Elvis. But I also think Dr. Nick made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. So same goes for Colonel Tom Parker. You know, he did some good stuff, but he did a lot of bad stuff as well. Do you see what I mean? If we're going to do it, let's be fair and say both sides of the story. Again, I think eventually, I've got a dog coming. It's typical. Right, sorry guys. These dogs, I don't trust them. They're going to bite my dogs. Is he on a lead or not? 1 second, guys. Let's just the sun has just suddenly gone warm. The love of money got in the way for all of them. Yeah. And the thing is, even Dr. Nick, there's a lot of money involved, wasn't there? Even loans. But I do think Dr. Nick did love Elvis, but these people that in the name of love made some bloody big mistakes. So that's it really. So I've had a lot of topics sent to me every day really, and I've stored them all up on my YouTube on my Facebook page, I've got a special thing that I store all my research on. 1 second, guys. Sort dogs that as you do. 1 second, guys. As you know, I'm walking the dogs. Okay. Whoa! Right, okay, sorry about that. So I'm nearly home now. When I get home, I'm going to end this one, and then I'm going to try and do a very short one on Elvis Presley long lost footage. I would like just to get one more live on Defending Elvis, but we'll just see how the day unfolds. It's not straightforward. Yeah, so I'm trying to get your comments, guys. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, guys. We're going to go through these books. We're going to chat, discuss, review, critique, and it's going to be quite interesting. I found it fascinating reading that book. Alana Nash's book was fascinating. The things that were in that book, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. If you've missed it, guys, on Defending Elvis, we did a 1 hour live. We just flicked through the book. We just read out comments, actual wording, voice, proper wording, mainly from Billy Smith. Remember, Billy Smith on his EFM video, I think yesterday or day before, clearly said he fully stands by every word that he said in the book, in Alana Nash's book. There were some quite sweet stories on there that Billy told, which I think is great. But there was also some stuff on there that was pretty serious, that was said as well. So, oh well, we know that Defending Elvis is a tough game to play. We know that we're going to get some backlash. We're going to get people that say Elvis doesn't need defending. We're also going to get people that say, who are you to defend Elvis? Because people say that. They go, well, who are you? You're just Louis in the UK. Yeah, in your kitchen, walking your dogs. You don't know the Elvis family. You weren't friends with them. You're not related to them. You're just a fan. What gives you the right to defend them? But I actually think I have every right, because I'm a fan. I think the fans have more right than anyone. Do you get that, guys? I personally think we, the fans, have more right than anyone, because the problem you've got is that there are people that knew Elvis, knew him well, that are still saying things that I don't think they should be. Someone has to, the people who should have, didn't. We are Elvis's voice. Do you see that, guys? Amy, people like Amy, we are Elvis's voice. We give Elvis a voice. Yeah, it's up to us, the fans now. Don't forget, people are between a rock and a hard place, because they're scared to say things about Priscilla because they're worried about being sued. They're worried about being served legal proceedings. So you've even got family members that are scared to say things in case they get in trouble. Now, we are different because we are an opinion show, because we are a discussion show. We're not factual. We discuss things, we critique them, we review them, we give our opinions, we do it as a team. We're allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with us giving opinions and discussing these topics, because we do it in a collective way. So we can't, I don't want to jinx myself, but I think if we defend in a way that it's opinions for entertainment purposes, I think we're allowed to. We definitely haven't signed an NDA. I think almost every comment I've ever made defending Elvis has been done as an opinion with Team Elvis. So come on, we're allowed opinions, guys. So what I'm trying to say is that family members may not have that. They may not have the freedom that we have. So when we bring up certain topics, maybe we bring up topics that they can't. Get it? That's the freedom we get as being just a silly YouTube channel. Yeah, it's got to be done the right way. Obviously, you know, guys, I always keep saying it now. We're not a hate channel. We can't be a hate channel. Bringing facts come back at most of the time using people's words against them. Yeah, no, we can be factual, and we can try and back it up with documents, evidence, witnesses, interviews, you know, referring to books. So we can, but it will never be 100%, will it? It will always be, this is what we think, based on what that book said, or what that interview said, or, yeah, did you get it? Or it will never be 100% because we weren't there. The problem you got is sometimes you get people that were there and they can't say certain things because they don't want to get in trouble. Or sometimes you get people that were there that are saying things from their point of view, which means it might not be 100% accurate because obviously everyone sees things from a different point of view, don't they? You get it? So yes, there we go. Anyway, I'm home, guys. I'm going to try and come back in a minute for Elvis Presley long lost footage. Just a quick chat, just a 10-minute chat. I'm not sure if I can though. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks everyone. Thanks Auntie Amy for joining us. Thanks to Team Elvis. All the best.